I guess let's title this, love and death. Um, and I shared a similar video concept on one of my other YouTube channels, which is really about my talking about the ideas from the book I wrote, published 3-4 years ago, called The Evolution of Love, and really tackling the existing paradigm of what it means to love someone. To me, the world celebrates a primitive form of love where it's about possessiveness and jealousy and ownership, and you're mine and I own you and you make me happy, and if you ever leave me, I'm nothing. I mean, I take on a lot of different concepts from what I see the world present about love. But this is about just really honest. I mean, a deep confessional. I'm 47 years old, and I've been in lots of relationships with women I really do love. They were great. They were awesome, sexy, fun, smart, all of it. But I'm not really with any of them now. And that's one thing I try to just get people to open their eyes to. Look, it may or may not work out with that person you're with that next person you get involved with. I think odds are it's probably not going to work out for 50 years, 10 years, 5 years. So just be honest about that and say that's okay. Because ultimately we want to be happy and be with the people we want to be with. We want someone to be with us who wants to be there with you. But I remember this was one of my more recent relationships. This was like 4 or 5 years ago. And she was the first woman who really bought into my concept about what love means, this unconditional kind of love, which ultimately is you love them so much you're willing to let them go. If it doesn't work out romantically, we're still going to care about each other. So it took her a while, but she got into it and she bought it and saw the wisdom of it, and we had a great, fantastic relationship. I think one of the all-time great relationships that two human beings have ever had. It was fucking awesome, fantastic. When someone loves you enough that they'll let you go, that's someone you want to be with. And so it's counterintuitive that that's how it is, but that is how it is. That's why I'm promoting this concept. But I'll tell you what, I had a kind of a dilemma that I would see her on the weekends and come down to Carlsbad where she lived and spend the weekend with her, and there was like no better feeling to me than to wake up in a bed and see that woman I love so much, her face, just feeling that unconditional love for her. But I've got to be real. In those moments, there was also a darkness, a dark idea, concept would come to me. And it was this, that dude, someday you won't be together. Either she's going to die, you're going to die, and you won't be together anymore. And I'd contemplate, like, not that emotion of she's gone, she's dead, we're not together. And that misery, and that suffering. That life will never be long enough to me to milk the joy out of this experience. It's going to screw me. And it can never be long enough to get the full experience, and that sucks. And I fucking hated it. And it's kind of insane, but I would almost wish that I wasn't there, that I never found that. It made me want to kind of run away, because the joy now is going to be pain in the future. And I don't know if that makes sense to you, but man, it was profound. I'd get this sick feeling in my gut. I almost don't want to invest in that love for her, because I know what the future holds. Someday it's going to be gone. You're going to be torn from each other. And I didn't have an answer for it. I think this is why lots of people cheat on their partner. I mean, it's a protection mechanism. I think I hear stories, celebrities of course, but other people, like before their wedding night, they go cheat. It's a protection. You almost don't want to open your heart and love them because that ultimately leads to pain and separation. Um, and I mean, I didn't have an answer for it. I never left her, never cheated on her. I've never cheated on anyone. I wouldn't do it. I can look at myself in the mirror. I don't want to be that guy. Um, but that thought and that emotion, or that thought process, I realized that this is something that, Doug, you got to work through, because you can't give her, you can't be there and present while that's in the back of your mind. And I don't know if I have any answers for you about what to do with that, but all we can do is share, like, our perspective and our experience. And I haven't really heard anybody talk about this. I have a tendency to get super deep and just, I have no fear of sharing whatever. No fear of death, no fear of anything beyond fear of not living my life the way that God wants me to. And maybe get extra heavy with you. If I can't figure this out, then I wish I was never born. Why do we live these finite lives to connect and be ripped from the people we love and care about? And that's doesn't make sense to me. Ultimately, I think the universe is way more loving and intelligent than, like, anyone fucking gets. There's a game to it. There's a facade, the illusion of reality, that ultimately it's not evil. It's there to make you grow, to fucking plow through, to keep going. And I guess ultimately it comes down to this: just love fearlessly. Love them fearlessly and express it and say it. And don't wind up, at the end of your life with the regrets of what you didn't communicate, how much you loved and respected your friend, your partner, your parents, your children. Say it. Say it now, before you're gone. And I'm sorry, I think most people never say it, really. They die with all the regrets. I wasn't authentic. I didn't speak up for myself. I didn't make the difference that I wanted to make in the world. And that person that I love so much doesn't comprehend how much I love them. Yeah, and hopefully I can write a song about this, this concept of really being with someone you love deeply, profoundly, I'll say almost perfectly, and yet there's another side, a flip side that's dark, that makes me not want to be there, makes me want to run, because I don't want to live with the pain of the separation. Wow, okay, so that's it, I guess. Wish you well. Dare say I care about you, I love you. We're all family, right? Have a great day, bye.